So, this is my story. And I hope this brings you a little bit of information about me and um, really that maybe we're not so different. Um, so, my life has been maybe a little different than yours. I grew up from your average middle class family. One thing that was a little different for me, though, was at the age of 4, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, which that was 35 years ago now. And a lot has changed in cancer treatment and pediatric cancer treatment and all of that. I went through dozens and dozens of bone marrows and spinal taps and needles poking everywhere, every square inch of my body. Meeting new friends at the hospital that were going through the same thing, and then losing those friends because they lost their fight or they lost their battle. Losing my hair. Luckily, I was young, and my mom made me these really cute little hats. But still, that trauma of losing your hair and not knowing, and the amount of medications I was putting into my body to fight this cancer, and not knowing the effects that it was going to have on me later on in life. But because I was given, a second chance. I beat it. I fought it. I'm a survivor. But, it didn't come without its hard things. Because of a lot of the medication I was on, I had gained a lot of weight, and kind of ate everything in sight and never really lost that weight. So as a child, I was always generally the biggest, heaviest kid in the class. Gym classes were a struggle. Having to do things and to be made to do things that I couldn't do or that my body wouldn't allow me to do. Constantly being picked on and being made fun of because your weight. It was hard, and not ever feeling like you were good enough. And my parents were good and my family was good, but kids can be really mean, and even now kids are really mean. And then, as I grew up, I had luckily not as many problems as some other kids had when they had treatment. Some kids had learning problems and physical problems. Luckily, I didn't have that. I was able to pretty much sail through school pretty well, go on to college. I did experience I have some back issues because of the amount of spinal taps I had and some nerve damage, but I'm still alive. So, really, it's not that bad. As I got a little older, late adolescence, early 20s, I started to experience a lot of anxiety, depression, which was very scary and very hard. And it's often a stigma in our community that, you just deal with it. But it's hard. So, I go on and I marry my high school sweetheart. We have 2 kids, 2 beautiful kids. He's a police officer. He gets injured at work, which was about 9 years ago, and that has totally changed his life, our lives. Struggling with anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, a brain injury, and some other physical and mental limitations. And it is a struggle. It's a struggle for him. It's a struggle for all of us every day. But again, we're here. Every day we wake up, we have a house, we have a roof over our head, we have two beautiful children, we have a house full of crazy dogs and cats. But things get hard. So going through all of those things, I think can really change you and kind of give you perspective. Like I said, things could be a lot worse. In going through some of, you have a lot of self-doubt. The last year or so, I've had a lot of self-doubt. And my confidence has been kind of diminished a bit. But what this company, What Unique, has brought to me over the last couple of years is it's so much more than makeup. And I know that sounds cliche, but I am not making millions. I hope to someday maybe make millions from this company. But I'm making me, if that makes sense. I would have never thought to do a video like this, to be vulnerable, to be out there and to show some of my fears and some of what I felt were weaknesses. But this company, these women I've met, have shown me that those weaknesses become your strengths. And it just pushes you to show others, because some of you may have gone through some of these things and feel like you're alone out there, but you're not. And I'm just a normal woman like you that have gone through some struggles, probably like you. But it's okay. And I would love for you to feel the way I feel, to feel the confidence, to, just feel like, when I have somebody tell me, Amy, you are so confident, you inspire me, like that means the world to me. And I might not have sold anything, but confidence in selling somebody's self-worth and confidence is so much more than any amount of money in the world. So that's a little bit about my story. I would love to hear your stories, and I would love for you guys to message me, and I could tell you a little more. So thanks for listening. Thanks, guys, for always being there. I appreciate your love, your support, and I look forward to hearing from you and to talking with you more. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day.